We live in a world full of complex relationships, power dynamics, and hidden motives. In politics, business, and even our personal lives, the art of persuasion and manipulation plays a significant role. But why do people fall for deception so easily? Why are some individuals more prone to being misled? Niccolò Machiavelli, a master of political theory, offers a chilling yet insightful answer in his famous quote, "One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived." This statement delves deep into the psychology of manipulation, human vulnerability, and the dynamics of trust. While deception often carries a negative connotation, Machiavelli's words shed light on a stark reality. Those who deceive are often able to succeed because there are always individuals willing to believe, follow, or be manipulated. It's not only the deceivers who are responsible for manipulation, it's also the willingness of those who let themselves be deceived. As uncomfortable as it may be, this concept forces us to look at the nature of human interactions in a new way. In this essay, we'll explore the layers of Machiavelli's quote and uncover the deeper truths about human nature, trust, and vulnerability. We'll dive into the psychological mechanisms that make us susceptible to deception, why some people are more easily manipulated than others, and what this means for personal and societal growth. By understanding these forces, we can learn to protect ourselves from deceit and develop more mindful, honest interactions. Welcome to The Unfolding Journey, a space where we delve into the complexities of human behavior, self-awareness, and the psychological aspects that shape our lives. Here, we explore the deeper truths behind our actions, relationships, and the world we live in. If you're curious about understanding the dynamics of human nature, the art of self-awareness, and personal growth, you're in the right place. Together, we'll unravel the complexities of life's big questions and uncover the wisdom hidden in everyday moments. Before we dive deeper into Machiavelli's thought-provoking quote, I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our explorations into human nature, self-growth, and insightful discussions on the dynamics of life. Your support helps this community grow and allows us to continue bringing thought-provoking content. The need for trust. Trust is one of the most foundational elements of human relationships. From an early age, we are taught to trust those around us, our parents, teachers, friends, and leaders. Trust enables society to function. It allows us to build connections, form communities, and establish systems that support our daily lives. Without trust, chaos would reign. In many ways, trust is essential to our well-being and the stability of society. However, this inherent need for trust also makes us vulnerable. When we trust too easily or without proper judgment, we become open to manipulation. Deceivers understand this psychological vulnerability and exploit it. They know that by building trust quickly, they can manipulate us into believing things that aren't true. Confirmation bias. Another psychological mechanism that makes us susceptible to deception is confirmation bias. This is the tendency to search for, interpret, or favor information that aligns with our existing beliefs or desires. When we have a preconceived idea or wish, we are naturally inclined to accept information that confirms it, even if that information is misleading or false. This bias leads us to ignore conflicting evidence and accept deception more easily. For example, a person might want to believe that a political leader or a business partner is trustworthy. If someone comes along with evidence that contradicts this belief, they are likely to dismiss it in favor of information that confirms their pre-existing view. Deceivers exploit this bias by offering selective truths or half-truths that align with what the target wants to hear. The power of authority and influence. Machiavelli's quote also highlights the role of authority in deception. People are more likely to be deceived by individuals they perceive as authoritative or trustworthy. This is why politicians, celebrities, and leaders have such power over the masses. When a person in a position of authority speaks or acts, we often take their words at face value, trusting their expertise or power. The concept of social proof is also important here. People tend to follow the crowd, believing that if many others are doing something or believing something, it must be right. This is why deceivers often surround themselves with yes men or create an illusion of widespread support to influence others. By presenting themselves as leaders or as part of a popular movement, manipulators create an environment where deception thrives. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance occurs when a person experiences discomfort from holding two conflicting beliefs or engaging in contradictory actions. To resolve this discomfort, individuals may adjust their beliefs or perceptions to align with their actions. In the context of deception, cognitive dissonance occurs when a person is faced with contradictory information but chooses to ignore or rationalize the deception to reduce the psychological discomfort. For example, a person who has been deceived by a business partner may feel uneasy when presented with evidence of dishonesty. However, instead of confronting the truth, they might rationalize the behavior to reduce the discomfort, telling themselves that the partner had good intentions or that the evidence isn't conclusive. This mental adjustment makes it easier for the deceiver to continue their manipulation. Why some people are more susceptible to deception. While deception is a universal phenomenon, some individuals are more susceptible to being deceived than others. Understanding why some people are more vulnerable to manipulation can provide valuable insights into human nature and how we can protect ourselves from deception. Low self-esteem. Individuals with low self-esteem often seek validation and approval from others. They may look to external sources for affirmation, which makes them more prone to believing others, even when those people are dishonest or manipulative. When someone with low self-esteem is presented with flattering words or promises, they may be more likely to believe them, even if they don't align with the truth. Lack of critical thinking skills. Deception often requires a lack of critical thinking or the failure to question the information presented. People who do not engage in critical thinking or fail to question their surroundings are more easily misled. Critical thinking helps us assess the veracity of information, recognize inconsistencies, and make more informed decisions. Without it, we become more vulnerable to manipulation. Emotional vulnerability. Emotions play a significant role in our ability to be deceived. People who are emotionally vulnerable, perhaps due to recent life changes, stress, or personal loss, may be more susceptible to manipulation. Deceivers often prey on people's emotions, offering false promises of support, love, or security, which make the victim more willing to accept their manipulation. Need for certainty. Humans naturally crave certainty. The world can be chaotic, and many of us prefer to believe in something or someone to make sense of it all. This need for certainty can lead us to follow false leaders or fall for promises that seem to provide answers or solutions. Deceivers, knowing this, often offer certainty and simple answers to complex problems, which make their lies easier to accept. The consequences of being deceived can be profound and far-reaching. Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild, and the emotional toll of being manipulated can lead to feelings of betrayal, guilt, and loss. On a larger scale, deception can destabilize entire societies, erode relationships, and create environments of distrust and fear. However, the consequences are not limited to the deceived. The deceiver, too, faces consequences. Machiavelli's understanding of manipulation is not without its darker side. While deception may initially lead to short-term success, it often brings long-term instability. Manipulators must constantly maintain their lies, and when their deception is exposed, they may lose their power, credibility, and influence. Machiavelli's quote, "One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived," serves as a powerful reminder of the vulnerabilities inherent in human nature. Deception is not a one-sided phenomenon. It requires both the manipulator and the manipulated to perpetuate the cycle. Understanding the psychological mechanisms behind deception, from trust to confirmation bias, can help us become more aware of when we are being misled and how we can protect ourselves from manipulation. By strengthening our self-awareness, critical thinking, and emotional resilience, we can become less susceptible to the lies that surround us. As individuals, we must learn to question the information presented to us, seek truth over comfort, and embrace a more mindful approach to our relationships and interactions. Through this process, we can begin to break the cycle of deception and create a more honest, trustworthy world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration into the psychology of deception and self-awareness. If you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey channel. By subscribing, you'll be joining a community dedicated to personal growth, understanding human nature, and uncovering deeper truths about the world around us. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss our future content on self-reflection, mindfulness, and the journey toward living an intentional life. Until next time, stay mindful, stay aware, and keep unfolding your journey.